Over the Memorial Day weekend, my husband and I hit the road and traveled to Ocean City, Maryland. My husband noticed rooms were still available at the Carousel Hotel, and we didn't want to pass up a beautiful weekend at the beach, so he booked us an oceanside hotel room. It was really handy to get to the beach from our room, so we spent most of the time just goofing off on the beach at night with his RC trucks. I got so much sand in my shoes that I had to dump them out. It was a little bit chilly in the evening, so we kicked back by the fire pit tables in their bar area. In the morning, we woke up at the crack of dawn to watch the sunrise. It was so nice not to have to leave our room. At 6:30, we hurried to get donuts made from scratch at the local donut shop called the Fractured Prune. We took a half dozen back to our room to enjoy on our balcony. Wow, were they delicious, hot out of the oven with a fresh cup of coffee. It was such a treat to be able to enjoy an ocean view from our balcony. What bliss! We flew through that whole box of donuts in no time. The warning on the box was right. Their donuts are habit forming. After that, we sat on the beach, but the wind made it a bit too chilly, so we didn't want to stay long. It was a bit of a hassle to lug our stuff around, so we were glad our room was close by. Since the weather was totally out of our hands, we decided to hang out on the boardwalk. John's favorite part of the boardwalk is always the food. He absolutely loves Thrasher's French fries, so he bought a large and we pigged out. In no time, we finished off the whole bucket. I was impressed by the artists on the beach. There was a guy making sand sculptures, as well as a spray paint artist. At the end of the boardwalk, people who enjoy thrills were at Jolly Roger's. I'm afraid of heights, so being flung sky high would freak me out. Instead, I get my kicks skateboarding, so I left John for a while to skate and told him I'd touch base with him later. I was stoked to make progress at the skate park. We met up for ice cream, another boardwalk favorite. While we were there, I thought I'd check out the skate and surf shop and ended up buying a few things. On our way back, we passed this ghetto store/gallery. It looked really sketchy to me. The rest of the day was up in the air, so we drove along the main strip looking for something interesting to try. We saw a bayfront restaurant and decided to give it a shot. The view was fabulous and the food was decent, so it was worth stopping there. Back at our hotel, we lucked out and found a parking spot near the side entrance. And as I was walking towards the building, a tiny bunny caught my eye. I couldn't figure out how he would survive for very long. Back in our hotel room, I wanted to lay around for a while, but Jon told me I couldn't put off taking a shower because I reeked from skateboarding. He was right. The next morning, the first thing we did was head to the Fractured Prune for more donuts. Jon was going to toss out the ones he wasn't going to eat, but I wouldn't let him, so I finished them off. He was saving room for a real breakfast at the ice cream parlor. I was skeptical they would serve breakfast, but lo and behold, they did. Boy, was I off base. When we got the check, Jon was on top of entering the amount we spent so we could keep track of our expenses. He's really on the ball with managing our finances. From there, we headed back to the boardwalk before it got crowded so I could skate and check out the progress made on the sand sculpture. I couldn't pass up the opportunity to skate at the skate park again, so I headed there while Jon relaxed on the beach. Practicing the day before really helped. I finally got the hang of keeping up my speed. I was on a roll, and I felt like I was able to hold my own with all the other skaters there. Even though skating all morning wore me out, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to go ice skating in our hotel. Skating in circles got a little dull though, so I tried to pull off balancing on one foot. Major fail. But I persevered and nailed it on my 4th or 5th try. I hit a wall after all that physical activity, so I crashed for the rest of the evening back in our room. In the morning, we headed out early because I couldn't put off grading papers any longer. If you get a chance to go to Ocean City, take it. I think you'll have a blast.